Welcome viewers to Northeast Aid Weekly News Roundup. GPRN NSCN Unification President General Retired MB Nyokpao Kornyak stated that the recent ceasefire extension by the center under the name GPRN NSCN Nyokpao Kitovi NK was done without his consent. He clarified that G, Naga and Chuba Tungoy were not authorized to sign or pursue the extension on his behalf. Nyokpao expressed concern over this unauthorized move, stressing that personal agendas must not derail the peace process. He noted a technical oversight where NSCN Unification was recorded as NSCN NK in Ministry of Home Affairs records and reaffirmed the unity of NSCN Unification under his leadership with Alezo Vanu as Ato Kilonsa. Following Kitovi's expulsion, Nyokpao said he could act independently but not obstruct peace efforts. He accused Kitovi of nepotism and corruption, which led to his impeachment, referring to the March 22, 2025 incident at Kehoy camp. Nyokpao said his presence prevented violence, reflecting their commitment to peace. He warned against repeating internal feuds that have previously weakened the Naga cause, reaffirming the unity of NSCN-K and NSCN-I under NSCN Unification, which signed the ceasefire in the year 2012 and formed NNPGs in 2016. He called on Nagas to support reconciliation and seize the opportunity presented by the 2019 political agreement. GPRN NSCN Ato Kilonsa and Kitovi Zimomi has called for a new and inclusive political agreement, stating that the 16-point agreement has outlived its relevance. Referring to the agreed position signed with the center in 2019, he said, "Engagement with the government of India is done. We are now waiting for the final result." Addressing a reunion program at Kehoy designated camp, Kitovi expressed support for compiling the framework agreement and agreed position into a common draft. He urged all Naga political groups to unite, aiding, "Without peace, how can we move forward?" Kitovi termed his April 2024 impeachment unconstitutional, claiming he was targeted for exposing financial irregularities and the disappearance of arms. He alleged Rs 6.30 crore was misused in the year 2022 despite limited events, and that over 60 arms and 11 lakh rounds went missing, confirmed by a special investigation team. He announced that the unification camp would now be called the GPRN NSCN designated camp and appealed to the Nagaland Ganbura Federation to initiate inclusive dialogue. He confirmed forwarding credentials for the ceasefire extension and clarified that NK in NSCN NK stands for N Kitovi. RM Lota promoted GSO1 Brigadier Kiyeto Zimomi to Major General, while GPRN NSCN Vice President Chenyam Kornyak also addressed at the gathering. The Western Sumi Students Union WSSU has strongly opposed the issuance of Scheduled Tribe ST and Indigenous Inhabitant Certificates IIC to individuals without Sumi bloodline. WSSU President Ikatu Kulo and General Secretary Vitoka and Rothschild advised administrative authorities, Ganburas and village councils to avoid issuing no objection certificates NOCs based on village ties or familiarity, stressing strict verification and due diligence. The union urged authorities and Tobashis to thoroughly scrutinize documents to protect tribal identity and the rights of indigenous Sumi citizens. WSSU also appealed to Sumi residents in Newland and Chumukitima districts to process Scheduled Tribe and IIC documents through their respective DC offices, expressing concern over applicants approaching Dimapur Deputy Commissioner Office and undermining administrative procedures. The union reaffirmed its commitment to safeguard Sumi interests and offer support to those needing clarification or assistance. Nagaland Pradesh Congress Committee and PCC expressed serious concern over two notifications issued by the Personnel and Administrative Reforms Department on Sunday, April 13, 2025, Palm Sunday, a sacred day for Christians, NPCC claimed it was the first time since Nagaland's statehood in the year 1963 that transfer orders were issued on a Sunday, calling it a worrying and insensitive precedent. It urged the state government to act with empathy and not let governance be influenced by Hindutva ideology or RSS policies, which it said conflict with the Naga value. The Congress party also called for a review or withdrawal of the notifications and warned against normalizing such actions. The Naga Students Federation (NSF) has demanded the immediate suspension of Rennie Wilfred IAS from holding any official position until the ongoing sexual harassment investigation against him is completed and the final report released. In a letter to the State Chief Secretary, NSF leaders expressed concern over Wilfred's continued role as Joint Secretary of the Investment and Development Authority of Nagaland, IDAN, despite serious allegations by female employees. Calling his continued appointment deeply troubling, the NSF said it undermines employee moral and public trust and warned against any interference in the investigation. The Federation urged the government to take swift and decisive action in the interest of justice and institutional integrity. The Nagaland State Disaster Management Authority (NSDMA) has issued a weather alert forecasting light to moderate rainfall across the state till April 24, 2025, with isolated thunderstorm and lightning. Tuan Sang district is expected to witness heavy rainfall on April 20 and 21. Lowland and foothill districts like Dimapur, Chumakitima, Newland, Bhandari, Bhakti, Tizat and Tuli are at risk of waterlogging and flash floods. The NSDMA has urged the public to remain cautious and all district authorities to stay on high alert to prevent loss of life or property.